So let's talk about some of the pros of epoxy countertops. They are heat resistant up to 475 degrees. That means that you can turn around and stick a hot pan on it if you need to, but we still recommend you put something under your surface. Take care of it just like you would anything else that's special to you. It's scratch resistant, it is stain resistant, and the design potential is completely unlimited. Now, when I talk about the designs, I get into a topic that my husband is really passionate about, and that is the fact that epoxy can be virtually seamless. So our island is 16 feet long, and if we wanted a vein like you see here to go all the way through it, there'd be interruption because there would need to be a seam since the slabs don't come that size.
That's exactly right. And just like you see here on this countertop is 10 feet and 4 inches in length. And so what that would mean is that you would see an interruption in the flow pattern here. So that way, whenever we're constructing the countertops, we get that point A to point B vein flow pattern, okay? And there will be uninterrupted flow, which means there are no seams.
So let's talk a little bit about the durability of epoxy countertops. I want to share with you something that most people do. We cook, right? If I were going to be cooking with something heavy like this cast iron skillet, man, these things are always killing me. They're so heavy. I'm turning around trying to find somewhere to put it, and inevitably I'm going to drop it, or I might drop it, and I have to worry, is it going to damage my surface? But before he starts, I'm going to back away.
Are you ready, guys? So the purpose of this demonstration, like I already stated, is that I'm here to prove that epoxy will not chip or crack. So I'm going to take a common product, common item in the kitchen, and bang it bluntly against this epoxy. Okay? So here goes nothing. No chipping, no cracking. There's some marring and some very shallow indentation, but that can be easily repaired. Now, I'm going to demonstrate using the same blunt force, if not maybe a little bit lighter, because I really stand behind my craftsmanship here. So, but what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hit this thing, and stand back, camera guys. All right, here we go. That was lighter impact than what I just used.
Scares me every time. So now that he has completely destroyed this granite, and he looks like he's destroyed this counter, can we fix it? That's the key. The answer is yes, and let me show you how. If you looked really closely, you would see that there's some indentations. We're gonna get that out. But first we're gonna show you how it holds up to heat. And I'm gonna get all of the imperfections out all at one time. Ready to torch it, babe? So here he is using a torch to heat up a cast iron skillet. We'll give it, what do you think? A couple seconds, 15 seconds before you think it's hot. I'm not going to touch it to test it.
Think it's hot?
I think it's hot.
Oh, somebody's at the door, and I'm cooking an egg. Gotta put that down real quick.
Can you tell he likes showing durability?
Dang kids. Oh man.
Well, hardly anything there.
But still, there's a little bit of, there's something there.
So as you can see, we have marred or made some imprints on the surface using a hot pan as well as banging a hot pan. All of that can be remedied with a standard household dryer. Now don't mind the fact that it's covered in epoxy. I'm going to move this across the surface in a sweeping motion for as long as it takes. It may take 10, 15, 20 seconds, but you want to continue to keep that hairdryer moving, not keeping it in one spot. And you're going to watch that imperfection or that imprint completely go away on its own. You're going to just warm the surface, keep it sweeping. All right, let's wipe that down and check it out, shall we? So we've heated up the surface. Let's go ahead and wipe it down and check it out. This is exactly what we clean all of our countertop epoxy surfaces with. Just simple Windex or vinegar and water, soap and water, nothing harsh or abrasive. So I'm going to use that right now. And all of those imprints are completely gone. That's it. Took me maybe 20 or 30 seconds. Epoxy has memory. So if you leave something on it that's really heavy over a period of time, it may leave a little indent, because epoxy has to be soft enough to curve over the edges of the counter and not crack. But it'll also leave a slight indent if it's a very, very heavy item or hitting something with such force like a cast iron skillet. It has memory, and most of the time those imprints will completely go away on their own within 48 hours. But let's say you're in a hurry, you have a dinner party, then everyone's going to be at the house any minute. All you need is the hairdryer and some Windex. So we've talked about a few things with you today. We've talked about the durability. Clearly you see that it will hold up to quite a bit. We've talked about the design options, that really there is no limit to what can be created. But let's talk about that last thing that you know is on everybody's mind, the cost. How much is it? Typically, our countertops range between $40 to $60 a square foot. Now remember, back in video 2, we actually compared the different costs of multiple surfaces. They ranged anywhere from $15 a square foot for laminate all the way up to $180 and up a square foot for quartz. The typical marble, granite, quartz, a stone countertop is going to be upwards of $100 per square foot installed. Ours is just that $40 to $60 a square foot installed, and you get a custom piece. Now let me put this another way. If you are going to have a custom piece of jewelry made, let's say a custom car built, custom suit made, you're going to pay a premium. But with custom epoxy countertops, it actually saves you money, all while giving you the benefits that you want. Our goal with these series of videos was to give you enough information to make a really good informed decision. We did a lot of homework going through the process to figure out what to put on our countertops, and ultimately decided to do epoxy countertops. And now we've made it a business. And if we've given you enough information that you think epoxy countertops is right for you, we'd love to talk to you more. For more information, please visit our website at www.artisandesignconcepts.com. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.